This year's Amazon Prime Day deals on lenses and accessories for the Canon M50 are some of the best I've ever seen. And the first one I'm going to recommend is the Rokinon 12mm f2 lens. This is a lens that I recommended last year when it was on sale for $249. This year it's on sale for $211. And I honestly cannot believe how cheap this is. This is my number one recommendation if you want to do astrophotography or astro time-lapse. I found it's actually a very good lens for doing firework photos as well. It's good for interior architecture, streetscapes. It's a good landscape lens. It is super versatile. It is one of the sharpest lenses I own, and it is just an excellent lens. I really could not recommend it highly enough. And at a price of $211, as I said, cheapest I've ever seen, just a drop dead bargain at that price. Now, I will link this in the description down below to the exact deal I'm talking about, as well as all the other deals that I'm talking about. And it appears that not all of them are called Amazon Prime Day deals, probably because you have to pay to be called an Amazon Prime Day deals, but they are all clearly heavily discounted for this Amazon Prime Day period. They're also from suppliers that I know and trust. So all the deals will be linked in the description down below. But the Rokinon 12mm, absolutely no-brainer deal on that one. The next one I've got is the Speed Booster. Now, the Speed Booster is on sale for $124. The direct adapter, which doesn't include the lens, which is the difference between a Speed Booster and adapter, is on sale for $30. Now, this allows you to take any Canon EFS or EF lens and adapt it to your Canon M50 and have completely native performance as far as the control of the lens and the autofocus and everything goes. If you are not sure if you're better off with an adapter or the straight, if you're not sure if you're better off with the Speed Booster or the straight adapter, I will also link below a video where I tell you which one might be better for you, and you can sort of watch that video and explain the difference between the two. So if you're not sure which one you want, go check there, but both of them are on sale. The Speed Booster is down to $124. That's the cheapest I've ever seen this. I actually bought my copy used and I paid more for that. And the adapter is down to $30. There's a $30 listing and there's a $32 listing. I will probably link both of them just in case one of them sells out. But yeah, if you don't have an adapter or a Speed Booster, definitely highly recommend one, because as soon as you get one, then there's a whole range of used lenses out there that you can adapt to your Canon M50, and you can sort of expand your lens collection at a very low price. You can also buy lenses that in the future can also be adapted to the new RF lenses. So I think that it's a really good option to have that with your Canon M50. The next one I'm super excited about, because the only problem I've ever had with this product when I'm recommending it is the price, because it is a little bit of an expensive accessory for the Canon M50, but they have brought the price down on the Crane M3 gimbal, my most recommended gimbal for the Canon M50, and they have dropped the price by $134. You can get the M3 combo kit for $304 right now. Now, the combo kit includes the upgraded foot tripod mount, so it's got a bigger, stronger tripod mount than the standard kit. It also includes the clamp that holds a phone, so you can put a smartphone on it as well as your camera. It also includes a carrying bag that you can use with it. And I can't remember off the top of my head, I think in the carrying bag you can actually squeeze the Canon M50 in there as well. So highly recommend that. Once again, I've got a detailed video on this and I will link that below as well. Now, the next one I've got for you is the SanDisk Extreme 256 megabyte SD card for $27. That's like half off the normal price. I mean, the normal price is cheap enough, but $27 is an insanely cheap price for 256 gigabytes of storage. It's the disk that I use in most of my cameras. Now, the next one I'm going to recommend is the small rig cage for the Canon M50. There are other cages out there. They're not as good as the small rig. I always recommend the small rig cage. It is normally $69. It is on sale for $49. If you don't have one, I think it is a bit of a no-brainer, and I'm sure if you're online, you've seen tons of people talking about this. That is the deal for the cage itself. If you are a video shooter and you want to be getting some of those low angle shots, there is a deal which includes the top handle, and that is marked down from $79.99 with the top handle to $61.59 with the top handle. So that is going to give you a top handle which is removable. You can position in either direction. If you're just using a small lens, I usually have it positioned back like this. If I'm using a big heavy lens, I will position it like this, and that puts the center of gravity of the handle, and when I'm holding out in front of the camera, which is where the heavy lens is as well, just makes it really easy to get sort of those low, cool, cinematic, low angle shots. If you aren't doing a lot of video like that, then I don't think you need the handle, and you can probably just go with the standard cage. Now, while I'm talking about that, the other thing I'm going to recommend is this small rig mini tripod. This is the tripod I bring with me when I don't feel like bringing a full-size tripod. It does have adjustable height, and it does use what is called an Arca Swiss plate. So it comes with this Arca Swiss plate, which you can put on the bottom of your camera. But if you already have the small rig cage, and the bottom of the small rig cage is built in a plate. So now we have the camera in the cage, and we have the plate built into the bottom of the cage, and we've got our adjustable and removable cage on your tripod. Now, as well as the mini tripod, the full-size tripod I use is also on sale. I can't show you that right now because I'm actually using it to shoot this video, but it's normally $79 and it's around 60 something or something like that. It is a no-brainer, such a cheap tripod at $79 at the current sale price. It's just, I mean, it's outrageous. I will probably be ordering a second one just as a backup. I can't recommend it highly enough, and I have a complete video on that as well. I will link that in the description down below as well, so you can go check out that video and decide if that is the right tripod for you or not. Now, a couple protective accessories that I recommend everyone get for the Canon M50. One is the screen protector. The screen protector, the screen is the most fragile part of the entire camera. It is more fragile than the sensor. It's more fragile than the lens. It is the most frequently broken thing, and you can protect it with a 3-pack of screen protectors. So if you screw one up or you break one, you've got 2 more. And it's $6. I mean, this is just an absolute no-brainer. It's part of the free Amazon Prime shipping, the whole thing. If you do not have a screen protector on your Canon M50, I mean, basically you're a fool. So just get it. It's so cheap, and it will save you from ruining your camera. If you break the screen on your camera, it's basically time to throw the camera in the garbage, and you can protect it for $6. Now, the other one that I recommend for protection is a lens filter, a UV filter. Some people think, oh, why would you put this? It's going to ruin the quality. It doesn't ruin the quality. It's fine. I've shot side by side with the filter on and filter off. And this particular filter I found, I cannot tell the difference between the two. The only time there's an exception to that is when there's a bright light coming from the side and you might see a little reflection in the filter. If you're in a situation where that is a problem, you just take the filter off for that one shot. There's no reason to go on with your lens unprotected thinking that you're getting poor image quality when 99 times out of 100, you just simply are not. If you scratch the lens on your Canon M50, you're just going to throw the lens out because the cost of repairing that lens is more than the value of the lens. So I think it is down to about $20 for the one that I use. I will link that in the description down below. Yeah, it's $20.76. And you want the 49mm filter thread because if you have the Canon M50 kit lens, it takes a 49mm thread. If you want to protect your other lenses, and I've got lens filters on all my lenses, you just look on your lens, see what the filter thread is. It'll say what filter size, and then go through to this link and pick the right size filter thread. This is the KNF Concept. It's the nano version. They do a little bit cheaper version, but I think this is a better version and gives that little bit better image quality. And it's the one that I tested, and you just couldn't tell that there was a filter on. Now, if you, the next one I've got, the Sigma 30mm f1.4. One of my most recommended lenses on the mount is the Canon 32mm f1.4. That's like a $500+ lens. The Sigma's 30mm is a little bit cheaper, but right now it's on sale. It's $249. When I compare the price of those two lenses at $249, I would buy the Sigma all day long. It isn't normally that cheap, but it is this cheap right now during this sale period. So 30 millimeter, $249. Great for like family portraits, chasing your kids around, street photography, great lens for that. It's a pretty well all-purpose focal length. I find it to be a little bit better a photo lens than video lens. I think 23, 22 millimeters is better as an all-purpose video lens, but as an all-purpose photo lens, I can't recommend it highly enough, and it is razor sharp. You will notice a huge difference when using this compared to using the kit lens. Now, if you are doing YouTube videos or interviews and you want to upgrade your audio performance, I've got a couple suggestions that are part of the deal. One is the Deity Pocket Wireless. This was already extremely cheap at $169. Now it is on sale for $139. It's absolutely bulletproof. It comes with everything you need to work with your camera. It can work with your phone. It can work with your computer. It comes with a transmitter. It comes with the receiver. It comes with the wind muff if you're using the microphone in the transmitter itself. It comes with a separate lapel mic. The lapel mic in this kit is literally a pro-level lapel mic, which I think is probably worth the $139 of the kit as it is. So this is a really complete setup, and $139, you are not going to get better audio performance for this kind of money with anything else. So that's probably my most recommended setup. If you're interested in the Rode Wireless Go 2, they have the single version of that kit, which does not include the lapel mic. It just includes the transmitter and the receiver, and that is $185. I do think the Rode maybe is a little bit better and you are paying a little bit more, but if you are on a budget, I would just not even hesitate. I would go with the Deity. If you're really in love with Rode products, and I do enjoy the Rode products, and it's within your budget, then I would probably go with the Rode Wireless Go 2 single transmitter receiver kit. Just be aware that it is not going to come with a lapel mic, so you're going to have to buy that separately if that's something you want to be using. Now, the next one is an interesting one. This is macro extension tubes. And what these tubes do is you put them on your camera and they sit between your camera and your lens, and they turn any lens you own into a macro lens. So it allows you to get closer to the object you're photographing and get more of a macro shot. Now, it's not quite as good as owning a dedicated macro lens, but it is a very, very cheap way to get macro capabilities out of any lens you own. So I own macro extension tubes for every single camera system that I am invested in, because it turns every single lens I own into another version of that lens, which is effectively a macro lens. And at the Amazon Day sale price of $23, this is an absolute no-brainer. It takes your kit lens, it takes your nifty 50, any other lens that you are using with your Canon M50, turns it into a macro lens for $23. So I think just given the price, I just can't recommend that one highly enough. And once again, the links to all this stuff will be in the description down below. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask. If any more deals come to light in the next day, I will definitely publish a follow-up video. And if you find anything that you think is just a drop dead, can't pass it up deal, then let me know in the description down below, or let me know in the comments down below, and I will potentially include that in a future video if I do make one in the next day or so. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.